Welcome along, everyone, to historic Spa, the Belgian Grand Prix, the best circuit on the calendar, in my humble opinion. And today is going to be another crucial twist, I think, in what it promises to be, or what has been, an incredible fight for the World Championship of ALR. And yes, we could have our third ever double world champion by the end of the season. It's looking like we could crown our third double world champion. But will it be Lucas Percy, who of course is season 9 world champion, or will it be Sam Swift Ninja, who is the season 10 and defending champion as well? Which brings us lovely onto the drivers and the constructors standings. And we'll go for the drivers first. It is 2 points that separates the two drivers at the moment. Sam Swift Ninja has retaken the lead in the championship with a great win last time out in Hungary. Percy is now 2 points adrift from at the moment. And then there's a 109-point gap between Percy and Menace in third position in the Ferrari. Of course, Menace still yet to get a Grand Prix win, which I keep saying. Hopefully, today could be the day for the Ferrari driver. Fourth is the former champion from season 8, which is Troy, 33 points away from the top 3 at the moment. Troy has but a much better season after a disappointing one last time out, last season, I should say. Brabbit in 5th position, and of course, like last season, Brabbit, like with Troy, Brabbit's been fantastic this season. Immortal in 6th position, 2 points away from Brabbit, then German in 7th position, another former champion on 68 points, and Keza on 61 points. Toycoin and Keza disappointing campaigns compared to last season, 9th and 10th. Kaz in 10th position on 51 points. A mammoth 29-point gap between Kaz and Equels, who's on 22 points. 15 points for Boxtal, the worst, his worst campaign of his career in ALR for Boxtal, unfortunately. Then we have got Legends in 13th position, Chappers, who probably deserves a lot more than 12 points, I would say. Delando on 11 points, Coop on 11 points, while Indigo is on 6 points, and 3 for Nosey, with 2 for Cam and Mr. Raging Bull. Cam getting off the mark after a superb drive last week, and I think he got drive today as well, actually, didn't he? Which is really good stuff indeed. That in the constructors championship, it is Williams leading the way by just 3 points, and it is so close in the constructors championship as well. But Williams currently has the lead at the moment, a very slender lead as well, with Aston Martin second. Hasser in third position, and 92 points away from the top 2. Ferrari are only 28 points away from Haas as well. Especially if Cass starts to really get some points on the board as well, then Haas could be looking over their shoulder there. But remember though that the Kez has started to come into a good run of form, and Troy has been quite consistent this season. Same with RB then, with Toy Coin also starting to become in good form as well. Again in front of the Alpine team on 81 points here tonight then. Mercedes on 76 points, 70 points for Kick Sauber, and then 40 points away from the Kick Sauber. We've got rain in Spa. Am I surprised? Not really, because it always rains in Spa, but you have intermediate tyres on the cars. Red Bull on 30 points, and then only 13 points for the McLaren team, which has been a horror show in all 3 championships, gold, silver and bronze. Gold, silver and bronze, and McLaren have been pretty appalling. Joint Constructors Championships looks like this, and Alpine just about leads the way now, 4 points in front of the Ferrari team. That gap has been whittled down quite considerably, with Aston Martin currently Ferrari second, with Aston Martin third. 4th position is the Mercedes team, with 5th Williams. 6th position is the RB. Haas 7th, Red Bull Racing in 8th. 9th Kick Sauber, McLaren only on 33 points there. And that is the constructors and drivers for you as well. And I've done it just before the qualifying session gets underway, so I'm happy with that then. So that's a gold star for me, I would hazard a guess that. And I think that we should probably, thank you for the likes, by the way, fantastic stuff. I think we need to start off with the only the only thing that we need to start off with tonight. Well, I've got a couple of things to start off with, actually. Indigo is now a full-time Mercedes driver now then, so making the step up then. Indigo, of course, a Grand Prix winner as well for Mercedes, with the silver champion, Magson, unfortunately no longer a part of the gold championship, but I think the Mags is now part of silver, which Knowlesy would tell you about tomorrow night when Silver is live. So Madge has dropped out and has gone back to the Silver Championship. Then let's see how he performs in Silver. Indigo is now in the Mercedes car in 2 months. Indigo was unlucky to be overlooked then for a drive this season. But having said that, I'm sure that his vote came in quite late. So how long is this reign going to last for? But we'll find out as well. We'll talk about that in a bit, because the other thing we've got to really tell you about actually is that potentially Danny Ricciardo, unfortunately, his last race. I'm not sure if you watched Singapore earlier on, but very emotional really, the after race then with Danny Ricciardo. Then as the RB team gave Danny Ricciardo kind of a guard of honor as he left the moto, unfortunately then for Danny Ricciardo. But to be fair, there's a very capable driver waiting in the wings then, in the form of Liam Lawson, and I think that Liam Lawson was very unlucky not to be a part of the RB setup this season anyway. And there's rumours afoot that Liam Lawson will be in that RB then from Austin onwards for the remainder of the season. Which I think is very deserved, isn't there? But I am a bit sad to see Danny Ricciardo go in potentially his last race of his career in Formula One. Unfortunately for Danny Ricciardo, but I do think that Liam Lawson probably deserves a seat. And I gotta say, I think a lot of drivers deserve a seat as well. I think Franco Colapinto definitely deserves a seat as well. But at the moment, then it doesn't look like he's going to get a seat, which is such a shame, then, isn't it, really, for Colapinto? And that's potentially why we should probably have as Legends back end trying to step up there, and that's probably why we should have more than 20 cars on the grid then. But let's not go down that road, as I've been spouting my mouth off since the beginning of the year, haven't I, about that? So less said about that, the better, I think then. Yes, if you just joined us, welcome to Qualifying 1. We have 3 qualifying sessions here in Belgium, like we do for the previous 13 rounds of the championship. Qualifying 1, 18 minutes long. Qualifying 2, 15. Qualifying 3 for 12 minutes long now as well. Hello to you, Cass. There we go. As Cass says, is looking forward to this circuit, I'm sure. Of course, Cass, a part of the Ferrari team, which has got a very strong team lineup, haven't they? And I would say that both drivers are very likely. I think that both drivers potentially are likely to potentially get one of their first Grand Prix wins of their career before the end of the season. Hopefully, I haven't put the commentator's curse on that. And also, we've got a David Thompson Knight in the field as well, which is DF Laser. There he is in the kick salver. So we're on board now with DF Laser then, and unfortunately the looks like that we haven't got the second kick salver in here just at the moment, which is not ideal. Unfortunately for kick salver have probably struggled, to be honest, low down the constructors, mainly because some of their drivers have not always been making an appearance. But Laser doing a good job actually, with 6/10 of a second off the pace of Legends, and I ain't too shabby at all. Then, of course, this track has been laser scanned, hasn't it? Which it makes it absolutely beautiful to drive. We just up at the Fania chicane, then Cass goes fast there on a 55 flat then for the Ferrari. Just watching a Mortal at the moment. We've got Justify. Whoa! We've also got Farf saying it looks wet there. It certainly does that, and you would expect that Farf is in the facility since there's rain afoot. As Farf does make a lot of things wet. Oh goodness me. We've got a Mortal coming through, a Blanchemont now. We've got pretty wet then, it says Justify. Interstart then drives up 15 minutes into the race then. Similar to the 100% race, actually, on Wednesday, I think it was. And, of course, one of my second lifetime achievements happened on Wednesday as well, as I got my second points finish of my career in 100%, which is fantastic indeed. Of course, if you just joined it, give it the old stream thumbs up. But I like his Immortals off the circuit. Only done a 55 so far, which makes him the second of the slowest time around so far. Here is man who's second in the World Championship, which is Lucas Percy. Astra John is replacing Bravitt as a super sub tonight. Chappers, and I'm sure I'm sure Chappers was streaming on TikTok last night for for some lobbies. And I hope that was chappers. I sit in when I was half asleep then. So good stuff indeed. And Indigo's invalidated again. That's not ideal. Knowlesy's also invalidated as well, unfortunately. So both those two drivers are going to have to go around to get on board. Chappers there going down in Puyong there as Asher John then fighting the car at Stavalo as a 24.6 and for the second intermediate split time. This is the longest circuit on the Formula One calendar, I believe, and of course we've only got 22 laps around here as well, which it's not a lot to be fair, is it? Consider the fact that Hungary last week was about 35 odd laps, wasn't it? One stop for a strategy, but in the drive, but with the rain afoot, then potentially we could see multiple stops then, which always makes it very interesting indeed. Ultimate Beast, who's the championship leader in silver, not racing tomorrow. Ultimate Beast isn't, so Cam Mumford, as Percy goes fast the first driver into the 53s. That's quite an incredible margin actually. Both Aston Martins are currently quickest at the moment there, but Percy in the 53s and Coupe in the 54. Both Aston Martins flying out there at the moment. They're great performances indeed there for both Aston Martins as we just seen Indigo flash past us going into Eau Rouge. Ultimate Beast not racing tomorrow night, which means that Mumford could potentially reel in Ultimate Beast in the championship, because Ultimate Beast has extended his lead quite handsomely in the last couple of races. Really, it's been very much to and fro in Ultimate Beast and Mumford up until the last couple of races or so, where Ultimate Beast has extended his lead in the championship there, as Markey has gone 8 fastest. Of course, Markey, a former full-time driver then, before dipping out, and is now a super sub then, but unfortunately dipping his rear wheel onto the grass there, but he has finished his lap then. Keza there just flying out of Lassos. Indigo coming out of Puyol then, and Knowlesy struggling at the Fania chicane, unfortunately. So going to stick with Indigo at the moment with the beautiful helmet design as well. Good luck gold, says Ultimate Beast said. So just watching here, we've got cars all over the circuit here, as still light rain at the moment, and that rain doesn't look too heavy then, so I think as Legend's gone to second fast, and of course qualifying in the wet is slightly different to qualifying in the dry, with of course usually some of these drivers are probably fat of fuel. I'm fat of fuel, I think, anyway. But unfortunately, the fat fuel does not make me go faster. It actually makes me go slower. But these drivers will be quite chock-a-block with fuel. Cass goes fast on a 53.7 and times are tumbling now, which means drivers are just going to go round and round and round. This is more important as Indigo goes fast indeed. Nice 17 there for Indigo. I'm sure he's a pole sitter in his career. I'll have a look at the stats in just a few moments. But of course you fuel up the car and you just keep going around, and it's all about the confidence in the car rather than fuel at this stage of proceedings. Kez has gone purple in the second intermediate split time. We'll see how that transpires in the remainder of the lap. Then just taking a look at Indigo's Indigo has had a pole position in his career, so can Indigo get a pole position on his return then? As we got the second Mercedes also doing a good job indeed then, and going up into third there. Good stuff. The bus stop chicane, of course, they've ruined the bus stop chicane. It used to be a beautiful thing back in the late 90s. Keza going at 9 fastest, Toy Coin going faster still then, and now in the 53.3s then, as these times are getting quicker and quicker there, because the best way to drive a Formula 1 track is by putting a Formula 1 car on the circuit and hoovering up the moisture that has come from the sky and throwing it back into the sky, and that is certainly what the driver's doing at the moment. Not much spray coming out of the back of the car, which means it is still quite light at the moment, and we are expecting rain in the race as well. We just heard that from Knowlesy down in the pit lane. We're just watching Equals, who is in the second split time as well in the back end, and trying to overtake the front. Then of course, do not want to put your wheels onto those very slippery white lines, do you? It's not as extreme as it used to be back in the day, as there is probably some called non-slippery paint now, isn't there, or something like that? I'm not sure if it's applied everywhere in Formula 1, but it used to be a lot slippery when you touched the white line, because when you touch the white line, usually it used to be curtains there, didn't it, for driver's head. into the bus stop now. Then accelerates waiting for Equals. Equals had a very shaky rear end there, and Equals goes second fast, and it's an RB1-2 now for Toy Coin and Equals. Good stuff indeed then for the RB team. So yes, these times are getting quicker and quicker. Troy Percy's gone fastest now, and it's now into the 52 freeze. We've seen Sam Swift Ninja out there, and where is Sam Swift? There he is then. Percy is faster, and Sam Swift across the line. Only 15 fastest for Sam Swift. Now I think that might be just Sam Swift trying to get some confidence in the car, but down in 15th at the moment. If that's where he finishes in qualifying, he will have to. Well, if he finishes there, he will get through to qualifying too. So that's all fine and dandy. But that's not really going to help him in terms of confidence. Keza goes back into 10th fastest. Troy is in the pit lane at the moment. Troy is thinking about going on to the soft tyres. Then, of course, as is Kaz as well. Of course, I think that it's probably a bit too far away for the dry compound tyres at the moment. So just watching Menace going a bit wide then, coming out of Stavila then, as they've removed that outside barrier there, have they? Because I used to find that barrier quite often, to be honest, so I'm glad that that's gone. But there's a lot more gravel around here as well, which I think's a welcome change, to be honest, because that's a natural deterrent. But to be fair, on this game, you kind of have the deterrent of penalties, don't you? To be fair, but yeah, in real world, I'm glad that there's a bit of gravel on the outside now, as it is a natural deterrent. Here comes Menace out of the bus stop, chicaning across the line. The finish line's at a different place to the start line. Menace goes on to a 52.2 then, just under a tenth of a second quicker than the man who's second in the championship, Percy, then, as we are getting into the business end of the championship. Percy's 3 seconds up then, but is not using any of the ERS at the moment, is he? Sam Swift isn't. Love the helmet design again there from Sam Swift, using the Max Verstappen-esque inspired crash helmet. Chappers there is done a bit harsh, and here comes Laser. He's doing a great job, Laser. This is his debut tonight here in the Kick Sauber. Because he's a super sub, because Laser's a super sub or a substitute driver, as it stopped raining out there. It has stopped raining, so this is going to get very interesting indeed now. So when is it going to be enough to go on to the slick tyres? And is it going to have enough time now with 4.5 minutes to go in this qualifying session? Laser, who's making their debut tonight, I think doing a very good job indeed there for Kick Sauber. Great stuff indeed there. Unfortunately, because Laser is a substitute driver, they're not eligible for qualifying instructors points. The reason why that is because over multiple times in the past in the ALR, Constructors Championships have been won and lost because of substitute drivers coming in and really basically making it a bit easier then for regular drivers than just not to bother. But here comes Laser then, who's gone purple in the second sector somehow, even though he's 1.2 seconds down for Laser. But yeah, great stuff indeed then. Delando looking strong indeed in 9th position there. Delando, like McLaren as a whole then, just not bit, that track is dried up very quickly. Delando looking strong indeed there, but I think anyone who's out on a lap at the moment might have to come to the pits there. Think about the soft tyres, because I think it's going to be dry tyres now, because look, that's into the wall, there goes Laser then, emulating the greatest F1 driver of all time, David Coulthard, who did something very similar in the Australian Grand Prix in 1995. And Farf has also done it as well in Australia, and I'm sure he did it in Spain as well one year. Here comes Sam Swift Ninja, the championship leader, 5 seconds up in the second split time. This lap will count, then we can tell, because the map on the right-hand side is not red, which is all fine and dandy, isn't it? But Sam Swift, I reckon he's going to abandon this time and come to the pits, because he's down in 16th, he's in the drop zone, but of course, drivers are coming out. So we got Toy Coin out on the soft tyres. We got Marky out on soft tyres as well. Yes, Sam Swift's going to have to come in with just under 2 3/4 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Anyone who's out there is going to have to really get his skates on now, like Astra John. I'm going to be honest, the best part of our lap around here is about 1 minute 45. 1 minute 45, and of course, these out laps are going to take quite as long as well. Yellow flags at the top of the hill. Toy Coin now, who's just racing around at the top of Lake Com here. I thought he damaged his front wing then as I looked down, but I've looked back up and he's all fine. So we're going to have a rush out of the pit lane now. Astra John needs to get in the pits. Where is he? Where is Astra John then? Astra John has gone fast on the 51, but Astra John has stayed out on intermediate tyres. I think that's going to be a mistake there from Astra John. Looking fine and dandy at the moment there, but unfortunately, I've said that too many times, haven't I? He's looking okay at the moment there, but unfortunately, Unfortunately for Astro John, this track is just going to get quicker and quicker now. There's going to be some tears, I think, in this one. Marky in the Red Bull. DRS has been enabled then. And is that damage to the front wing? That's major damage to the front wing now for Marky. Sam Swift is out of qualifying. What's happened to Sam Swift, Ben? And I think it's an issue. Let's have a look. What's happened? And there's an Alpine who's gone off the circuit there. Who is that? That's I think that's Knowlesy, is it? Knowlesy, who's having issues there, is he? Yes, it is Knowlesy there. Having issues as well. But Marky's got damage. As you can see, there's cars all over the show here with just under a minute to go. This is going to get very interesting indeed. That Marky has got major damage. He's going to have an almighty amount of understeer here for the Red Bull. And unfortunately, though, this is going to be it. It's all or nothing now. He's 2 seconds up, but he wants to be a lot quicker than that then, and I feel that this could be curtains for Marky in his substitute appearance for the Red Bull tonight. Oh dear. Percy, oh god no, oh goodness me, and there's collision, but the Indigo's damaged the car. There's a severe collision then with Indigo here, and it's a bit of a mess in this final stage. And Percy, I'm not sure if Percy has the 5-place grid penalty or if Indigo does, but that's a whole part of the car gone. Marky's fast, but he's got damage to the car. When is the checker flag going to come out then? Sam Swift out qualifying already. That's a big scalp already gone. 20 seconds to go in this qualifying session. And Toy Coin is on his way here. And now someone's going to lose out here. Someone's going to lose out desperately. Well, and it could be the second Mercedes. Where's Mortal? Mortal, 9 seconds to go. This is going to be touch and go, but I think Mortal's going to miss it as well here. Oh my goodness me, the checker flag is going to be out now. And who's finished? Astro John's done. Mortal's done as well. So I think the other driver said they're not going to have a very good preparation lap. Indigo has stayed out there as well, but I feel that with no front wing, that is not going to be ideal at all. Good evening to you, Serious Rush-Up, then, as it is heated up in this qualifying session. Astro John is complete as that. Mortal's out of qualifying. Sam Swift out of qualifying, so I've got to find another 3 drivers to be eliminated from this qualifying session at the moment. And I feel that Immortal is going to be, I think Immortal and even Indigo could be the other 2 drivers. And so who is next then? Immortal has not made it to the checker flag, and nor has Indigo either. Then Toy Coin 7 seconds up in the second split time. Marky might be able to get through by the skin of their nose cone here because of Astro John set his time on intermediate tyres. Immortal didn't make the checker flag, and Indigo has got damage. There's a horror show for the Mercedes team. Obviously disappointed. Disappointing qualifying for Indigo on his return as a full-time driver here. Oh my goodness gracious me! Out of the bus stop chicane then for the RB driver across the line then, and Toy Coin on the 44 as through that. What about that second Mercedes then? Delando across the line comes Delando. Only 11th. What's happened to Delando? That's a major problem. I was expecting Delando to jump right up the order. Equals has gone fastest now. Equals is fastest. Keza in third at the moment now. Laser has gone fastest as well. Then on a 43.7. Who's that coming across the line in the background now? I didn't see it. It's Troy who's fastest now. The Red Bull of Legends goes 5th fastest now. And Kaz is now fastest. Look at those tumbling. It is very much like a lottery out there at the moment. Cam is now second fastest. Delando out. Mortal out there, Menace is through, and I think it's Indigo who's going to be out qualifying. He is out qualifying here. Oh dear, Delando, what has happened to the McLaren driver? He did not improve. So Delando down in 18th position. Sam Swift out qualifying as well. What happened to the World Championship leader? With Immortal out and also Indigo out as well with damage to the nose cone of the Mercedes driver. It's an absolute nightmare, a horror show for the Mercedes drivers, a horror show for Delando, and a horror show for the World Championship leader here. Oh dear, oh dear. That is not ideal at all. Marky, with barely a front wing left on that Red Bull, has made it through somehow. And Astro John, I eat my words, Astro John, you're also through as well. Fantastic stuff there. And my goodness gracious me, I thought they'd be Astro John and Marky out qualifying in that one there. But Mercedes have had real bad issues there. When Percy and Indigo came to blows then, and someone's got a 5-place grid penalty in that as well, as the Red Bulls are being wheeled back into the garage then of Marky. And hopefully they will change that front nose cone ready for qualifying 2. could have waited till the race to hit each other. Serious Mushroom was saying, well, I must say, they got at each other very quickly, didn't they? Now, and goodness gracious me, as Knowlesy making it through into 30th position as well. Knowlesy making his 130th Grand Prix start tonight in gold. Happy 130th. Percy has the 5-place grid penalty on a night where Sam Swift Ninja is down in 19th position. There, Percy has now got a 5-place grid penalty. Drivers out. Sam Swift out of qualifying. What happened to Sam Swift, the championship leader? Delando. What happened to Delando as well? Also out of qualifying there. Unfortunately, Young Knights has joined. He'll be 20th on the grid. Mortal down in 70th position. Didn't make it to the checker flag. And Indigo and Percy came to blows. And unfortunately, that damaged Indigo's car. And Sam Swift and Percy has got a 5-place grid penalty there, which is not ideal at all, is it? That oh dear, that is not ideal, is it? That that is not good, is it? That right. Why is me, Percy is asking then, so we did not see what happened on stream there, so hopefully Percy can elaborate what actually happened there between himself and Indigo. We just seen it come up then. Last over the long deal, that wouldn't read too much into that quali. Serious Mushroom is saying that. Sam just wants a challenge then. We've also got Percy saying nothing I could do, and I get a 5-place penalty again now. I'm wondering if Indigo's on a quick lap, whilst Percy was just preparing his lap, ready for a final go, and get himself through into quali 2 then potentially. And hats off to Laser, by the way. Great first qualifying. First 18 minutes of his ALR career. Wow. In the top 10. Very nicely indeed there for the Kick Sauber car. Young Knights will be driving the second Kick Sauber, which means that Kick Sauber will not be eligible for points tonight. But the McLaren team will. And I'm surprised to see Delando out of qualifying, to be honest. Something went majorly wrong there for Delando, unfortunately. Just watching Cam, who's got his first points of his season last time out. So hopefully, as you can see, look at that there. The day has completely changed now. It was raining. It was very misty to begin with. Now we got heat haze at up the Camel Straight. Absolutely incredible. As Spa, as always, has its own microclimate, doesn't it? Here, and that's why we love it. That we can list. To us, I can list about 5 great Grand Prix off the top of my head here. Hang on, let me put me on the spot now. Of course, 98, one of the best Grand Prix you'll ever see, and in today's era, though, that race would never have gone ahead. Of course, the infamous 13-car pile-up, and where Damon Hill won his final race of his career, his 22nd and final Grand Prix, with Ralph Schumacher told to stay behind him. It was a Jordan 1-2, but I think it was not very harmonious. I don't know, harmonious in that locker room. It's not a locker room, is it? Dressing room or whatever, or garage, that would do, wouldn't it? And then of course 97 Grand Prix as well, which is really cracking as well, where we had tropical rain at the beginning, and it did dry up halfway through, where Michael Schumacher once again showed his rain prowess. At 95 as well, of course, Michael Schumacher from 16th on the grid there, switched to slick tyres there, where everyone else was on the wet tyres, and won the race. Fantastic as well. As of course, we also had that incredible battle between Schumacher and Hill going up into Lake Cotton, did we? Great race indeed. That was in 95. 2000 as well, of course, Mika Hakkinen with that bold manoeuvre on the Schumacher, and of course Ricardo Zonta, the poor BAR driver, was stuck in the middle, wasn't he? Of course, one of the best manoeuvres in racing of all time then, even though at the time Hakkinen was leading that race, and kind of half spun coming out of Stavolo, I think it was, wasn't it? Unfortunately for Mika Hakkinen, but they came back to win that race and keep his championship hopes alive in 2000. Unfortunately, that didn't carry him to the championship in the end there, as of course, Michael Schumacher went on to become the first Ferrari champion in 21 years back then. Cam using all the track and then some, coming out the corner with no name, down into Puyon then as well. We got Laser will end up in bronze at this rate. Serious Mushroom was saying that. Nice Mushroom, I'm not very good then. Wish I was half as bad as you then. No, you don't, because I'll be 20. You'll be 20th then. At the moment, Sam Swift is currently 90th on the grid, but remember, Sam Swift maybe glass half empty there for Sam Swift, but he is leading the championship here at round 14 in Spa, which I must say, I only scored my 7th point of my career in Spa on Wednesday, albeit that we are 2 races behind. But even if we was on the same number of races as the full-time as the full-time championship, I don't think I would have scored as many points as Sam Swift Ninja. Out the bus stop chicane, back end is trying to step out there. Cam goes fast on a 43-1 now. We got a Alpine, I think, in the background there, just crossed the line of Astra John on a 44-2, about 1.1 seconds away from the pace-setting Cam at the moment. And I think that Cam would be using the momentum that he gained last time out in Hungary to get some good points out. Keza goes second, Kaz is in third position, but Menes is the pace-setter at the moment, at this moment. Laser into third position, great time indeed there. Laser is loving this at the moment. He's doing a great job, isn't he, Laser? It's a very impressive stuff indeed there for Laser. Chappers, as we're on board, Chappers now wonder if he's streaming on TikTok tonight then. I hope he is, but of course, as he was streaming on TikTok last night, I believe. I hope he was, anyway. Otherwise there's another kick Chappers in the world then, which is shocking stuff indeed then. As Serious Russia, shut up and win it, Sam Swift Ninja. Goodness me, so Serious Russia there, giving his counterpart, his teammate, with the joint constructors, remember, a bit of motivational speech there for Serious Russia, the self-proclaimed captain of the Woolly team. I generally have the pace around here, but got absolutely yes. We luckily for ALR drivers, we will not be given our ALR drivers community service for any fruity language there, unless Far feels like it. But I'm going to be honest. I would hate to think what community service Farf would be asking you to do. I think Farf is an avid mechanic, so it'd probably be something oily, to be honest. And not the P. Diddy version either, goodness me. Am I allowed to say that? Probably not. Out of final turn then, and Chappers goes 5th fastest there in the Williams team. But let's go. I'll continue to read Indigo's comment here. Yes, but my lap got ruined on my lap by my team boss. As now I'll be lucky to get points, Sam Swift, if I'm being honest. I commentate for Lasers League, and he's a great driver. Oh, sorry about my language. I do have community service? Indigo is saying. I think if you do, I think Farf we had another community service then, albeit I think with Farf's potty mouth, I think that to be honest, I think Farf should be going in there anyway. And luckily, I do think Farf does have a swear jar as well. Don't get me wrong, with this community service, by the way, I loved Max Verstappen's post-qualifying press comment. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. But his Legends goes too fast, looking strong tonight. But don't get me wrong, I think that some of it is a bit silly. Some of it is a bit silly in terms of like, you know, penalties and fines and stuff. I do understand to a certain degree because, of course, some of the younger generation is watching F1 now, and you probably don't want to hear some of the language. But at the same time, I think when you're in the cockpit and when you're like, you know, driving at the limit and beyond, sometimes your emotions are going to overspill. Footballers swear a lot, then especially if you're in the COVID years. Anyway, goodness gracious me, there's a lot of potty mouth going on. But I do agree with some of it there because, of course, you don't want the foul language in the with the younger generation watching. But with the team radio, they've got the option not to play it, haven't they? Really, because they do delay the team radio anyway. So that's my opinion on that one. He got restart after Q3 again, Sean. Then don't encourage farfs. Oh gosh, tyrant. I'm gonna be honest, Serious Russian. I read that as something else. Then tyranny there, Serious Russian saying that. Knowles then just confirmed that there's gonna be a restart after qualifying 3. I do not know why that is. I have an inkling it might be because of this gentleman on the track on circuit now, as well as a 5-place grid penalty was dished out to Lucas Percy, but we didn't see why then. So that might have been unfair then. I get emotional whilst racing then, Serious Mushroom. You don't, Mushroom. You're as calm, you're as cool as a cucumber, as am I as well. Just watching Percy coming into the Fania chicane there. Of course, I love this circuit, and to be honest, doesn't it feel nice, this circuit, or is it just me just overthinking this laser scan stuff? But I must say that this circuit felt so nice to drive on Wednesday, not just because I got a point, which, by the way, I've been celebrating since that Wednesday, and I must say I am feeling a bit rough today. So just think if I ever get higher than 10, goodness gracious me. Percy coming into the bus stop chicane, which used to be a bus stop back in the day, Obviously, it's not anymore because that is a horrific bus stop chicane. Percy only 7 fastest for the championship contender. 6 minutes to go in his qualifying session as well, by the way, as it comes out of last source. Anyone on circuit at the moment, I think, is on an out lap, apart from Nosey, who has just started their lap now on their 130th Grand Prix start tonight. Goodness gracious me, 130 Grand Prix starts, that's absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? Nosey then just coming up into Eau Rouge and Radion now then. Of course, yellow flags in qualifying, we do not worry about the yellow flags in qualifying too much, because usually drivers getting out of the way then, albeit we should have probably been a bit more concerned to understand what happened with Indigo and Percy on their laps and in the end of qualifying one then. 5.5 minutes to go in this qualifying 2 session, and of course we are aiming to lose the 5 slowest drivers again then, which have done half the grid then from 11th to 20th, and then we go for the top 10 shootout with the 10 fastest drivers on this day in history. Oh gosh, I got real bad indigestion. It's all that Monster I was drinking whilst watching the Arsenal-Man City game. And I must say, there is a thing that's been trending actually on the old Twitter. Is it called Twitter? No, it's called X now, isn't it? On the old X on Instagram and all that. So it's called Barclays Men, and I must say I absolutely agree with that because I did enjoy football a lot. But maybe I just enjoy football through rose-tinted glass than I do now. But yeah, I must say that when I do watch Man City, I do think it's quite boring, but that's probably because I'm very anti-Pep Guardiola and Man City at the moment, as it does make a lot of their games boring. Watching Knowlesy, who never makes anything boring, as we're on board with him now, as Toy Coin has retired on, I think he's in the pit lane, but Toy Coin, 5 minutes ago in this qualifying session, that might be a mistake there for Toy Coin there, unfortunately. Out the final turn, Nosey across the line, Nosey goes 9 fastest, currently into qualifying 2 as it stands at the moment. Now here comes Markey, this time has got a whole front wing attached to the Red Bull, which always helps him, it always helps overtaking, probably does help overtaking, but it also helps turn the car as well. Out the follow turn then, and coming across the line then, and Kaz goes fast on a 41.8 so far. Farp is not happy with with whatever was said earlier on, and I got to be honest, I can't remember what I said, so whatever I said, I apologise profusely here. Markey then, who's in the Fania chicane, and Astra John then on the soft tyres this time around to have another bite of the cherry. On board then with Markey, the Max Verstappen-esque helmet. Of course, I quite like that helmet. It's quite nice indeed. That, of course, Max Verstappen there causing all kinds of mischief in the FIA press conference last night as it flies past us as well and coming up into the bus stop chicane. If you did enjoy the Singapore Grand Prix today, then hats off to you. It wasn't the most entertaining of Grand Prix, was it? Not like Baku last week, but I got to say, very impressive from the drivers there. I think it's gone 9 races now without a safety car. That's incredible. Markey displaces Knowlesy, goes up into 9th fastest, down into 10th goes Knowlesy. Toy Coin is still safe with 180 seconds to go as I show off my maths there. Yep, I am a geek, if only. More of a nerd than a geek, because a geek at least knows what's going on. A nerd doesn't. Kaz there is crawling back into the garage, but we're just under 3 minutes to go in this quali session now. Menace Max out on circuit, as is Kez as well. Everyone's out on circuit, apart from Chappers at the moment, and at Troy. Troy, hopefully, will be coming out in the pit lane soon, Troy is, because that's not ideal. Knowlesy back into the pits now, and I think that Knowlesy is not timing this well at all, because unfortunately for Knowles, there's Chappers coming out of the pits now. So where is Troy then? Where is the former champion? There he is! Troy is out on circuit as well. So, goodness me, all you Troy fans, I can breathe a sigh of relief then, but albeit he does have... Keza is, I think, come back into the pit lane. He's happy with his performance, happy with his time, so he's going to come. He's now come back in the pits. It's just watching Legends on the far end of the circuit and doing a great job. Legends is at the moment. Then there's doing a brilliant job indeed, as is Daviton Laser. I've said that time and time again, but Laser's doing a magnificent job out there in the kick salver. Great stuff indeed there for Laser. Yellow flags behind us, and Knowlesy is in 10th at the moment there. If Knowlesy stays 10th position, then I'll tip my hat off to him. But I am feeling a bit worried for the Alpine driver and potentially for Marquis as well. Chapper's, I think the Marquis has finished his time run, unfortunately. Chapper's out on an out lap mode, as is Percy as well. Laser's on a lap, as is Coop then. So everyone is out on circuit apart from Master John, Knowlesy, Toy Coin, Keza, and Kaz. And with this, the longest circuit in Formula 1, is it like 6 kilometers or 5 kilometers or something like that? I don't really know, to be honest. Unfortunately, I do not worry about kilometers and all that kind of stuff, mainly because it would make me very sad about myself. Watching distance and all that kind of stuff, or leg better. The Laser going out of turn 8, I think that is. And where am I looking? I hear it's ledges off the circuit. There is putting a bit of dirt on the circle as well. But as Toby Maguire would say, then throwing dirt in your eye, or put some dirt in your eye. Marking the pits. Equal's flying past me. Cam on the at the top of the hill, going up the Kemmel Straight. Coop is in the second part of the lap. Then we got Chappers just about to start the lap. Then so just looking at Laser, 81 hundredths of a second up in the second split time. Good stuff indeed. Then evening Camaro. Hello all races. Good luck. Gold then as is of course Camaro with the €10 as well. Thank you very much, Camaro. Lovely stuff indeed. Then which means that will be my bus fare for next week, which is great stuff indeed. Out of the final turn then, out of the final turn comes Laser across the line and improves by a tenth of a second, a tenth and a half of a second there. So not too shabby at all then. That second Aston Martin of Coop, I hear you ask, where is Coop then? A tenth of a second down the second split time. Not ideal at all, unfortunately. And in the pits, and so Coop is not improving, has abandoned that time and coming to the pits. Menace has stayed out there, and I'm surprised that Menace didn't abandon his time and potentially save some life in these soft tyres, but he goes faster still. They're both Ferraris, 1-2 at the moment there for the Scoot area, looking very good indeed then. Cam then, who's been on a rich run out of Hungary, can he get the second points finish of the season there? Good stuff indeed there for Cam, out of the bus stop chicane, across the grid hatchings. Cam goes 6 fastest, Knowlesy out qualified unfortunately, and what about that Williams in the background? I have missed that Williams, have I? No, I haven't then, because someone else jumped up the order. Just watching as Equals, I think, just gone through in the RB. He's in 6 fastest now. Good stuff indeed there for the RB. As just looking for Legend is coming into the pits. And what about the Aston Martin of Percy? I hear you ask then. Quarter of a second up in the second split time. Out to the final turn there for Percy. Across the line, Percy is safe and sound there. What about Troy, the Super Swede? Across the line comes Troy. Troy is 10th there. That's not comfortable, is it, for the former champion? Chappers has just been knocked out, but he needs to find 600ths of a second there for Chappers to make it through to qualifying free. That is not Troy out of the qualifying. He has! Chappers is through into qualifying free here. Troy is out of qualifying here, and Toy Coin there. Very lucky that Troy had a bit of a disappointed lap there. Otherwise, Toy Coin would have been exiting the qualifying session as well. Troy out of qualifying, down in 11th position there. That's the man who's fourth in the championship, out of qualified, along with Marquis, Knowlesy, Coop, and Astra John then. So Troy out of qualifying and a big scalp. Unfortunately, that is such a shame then for... it's such a shame now for Troy that as the checker flag is blowing in the beautiful Belgian breeze. Welcome back, Goats then from Camaro Racer, who's been enjoying his holiday, hasn't he? There. Evening Camaro says Serious Mushroom as well. Thank you, Alex. Oh, you meant Camaro. Lovely. Serious Mushroom, you're always a goat. Then you can have more than one goat, can you? I think you can anyway. Well, in my eyes, there's a lot of goats in the world. A lot of goats in ALR as well. Also, there's probably a lot of goats on the hill behind me. Actually, it's probably sheep rather than goats, isn't it? I don't really know where goats live, to be fair. Probably on a farm. .49 second between the two Ferraris and looking very strong. At the beginning of this broadcast, I was saying that it's a very strong possibility that one of the two Ferraris will be getting their first Grand Prix in the season, and potentially could be here and now here in Spa. Let's just confirm who's out of qualifying then. It is Astra John, Coop, Knowlesy, Markey, and Troy, the big name out of qualifying, unfortunately. So half the grid has been decided. The top 10 is about to be decided for qualifying free here tonight then. Great stuff indeed then. Holiday is over, back racing, Camero is saying there. To be honest, Camero, I'm not sure if you're happy or not about that, to be fair. I probably would be more happy to be on holiday. But racing, I'm sure, is the second best thing, and then as we roll on into qualifying free camera racer in action tomorrow for silver, of course. And Troy is out. That's it. I'm uninstalling the game then. Uh, which, of course, if any 100%ers remember, I did also guarantee that if I was in on pole position, the full 100% race, I would uninstall the game. But luckily, I didn't say which 100% race there, so I might be able to get away with that there. Toy Coin go for pole now. Then Toy says serious mushroom Keza out on circuit very early here. So Keza there really keen to get on with this there, and maybe Haas was sent him out early then to just get a bit of clear track there, because maybe the track will get quicker and quicker, but Keza may not need the track to be quicker. Keza probably just wants a clear track to really get this lap nipped in the bud quite quickly here tonight then. 11 minutes in this qualifying session to go then. Let's quickly go through who has been on pole position this season. Samsung Ninja's been on pole position only once this season. I'm quite surprised for that, but it's not in this one. Unfortunately, he's out down in 19th position. Menace has been on pole position twice. Can he make it a hat trick? Brabbitt's been on pole position once this season, but it's not in here. Percy's been on pole position twice. Can he make it a hat trick? Immortal out of qualifying, and after the shambles of Mercedes, he's been on pole position 3 times. And Toy Coin, can he make it the 4th pole position of the season for himself and RB here? What about last season's pole position time, I hear you ask? That it is Liam, by the way, he's got the all-time lap record around here. It was actually set last season, a good 70 then, so we might break that this season. Soundswift Ninja got pole position then with a 140.867 last season. I don't think we're going to touch that time here tonight then, but Sam Swift Ninja was on pole position last season. The season before was Troy. The season before that was Troy again, and then the season before that was Danger Times. Pillars in season 6. Season 5 was Emerson. Season 4 was Walker. It was season 3. Season 3 was Granted. Season 2 was Williams. I think that was his debut race as well. Nigel, of course, the first out pole sitter around there. It's the 11th running of the Belgian Grand Prix in ALR. Belgium has been on the calendar ever since Davidson, which is good stuff indeed. No restart. We go motor racing. Nausea saying then. So no restart then. So the stewards have decided that none of that fracas. We're going to go straight into the race, which is good stuff indeed then for you and I, because then you don't have to hear me moaning about Andretti or high tech or anything else, which I'm unhappy about in the world of motorsport. Keza then coming down into turn 8 then, which I always forget what turn 8's called, to be honest. Mainly because I tried erase that corner from my memory. I don't know why. It's probably because I don't like the corner, but there you go. Yay! Says a serious mushroom there. As I go into a Pouillon as well, which is probably the most difficult. Probably the most difficult corner on the circuit now, I suppose, isn't it? With Eau Rouge and Radion being very... So, no! And we got a car in the wall, and it's, oh goodness me, I think Jerome D'Ambrosio crashed there, and Petrov crashed there in 2010 in the Renault car. D'Ambrosio was, I don't think D'Ambrosio crashed there, actually, but Petrov crashed there in qualifying in 2010 when it's sprinkling with rain, but Cam's incredible run has unfortunately ended out of the corner with no name, and Cam is going to be 10th on the grid unless something untoward happens and the qualifying session is stopped. Kessa's gone fastest. Kessa's gone fastest on a 42.2. I thought I was looking at the first car who's got time on the board. Laser on his debut is absolutely flying then. A pole position on his debut. That would be absolutely incredible. And I'll be having kittens if that is the case there. But then Calzar has come across the line. And the second Ferrari as well. Ferrari are absolutely cooking here tonight. It's a Ferrari 1-2. Menace on pole position with Kaz alongside. Laser third, Keza in fourth, Equals in fifth position at the moment then. So we got coming across the line then is Percy, and Chappers is quite close to the back as well. Toy Coyd also starting their lap as well. You're going to just stick with Legend for the minute, coming out of Pouillon here, flying through as well. Not as good as my parking on the fence, and Serious Russia was saying in F2, which of course we did a TikTok about that, didn't we? ALR did then. However, unfortunately, TikToks are so annoying to make that I must admit I don't do many of them. We need to find a proper TikToker who could actually do them for ALR, can't we? Because I certainly can't, and you know how long that Serious Russia TikTok took me? About 2 hours. Watching Legends win their own minute, and it's only like a 30-second clip. Here is Legends now going through a Belgium. Then, of course, back to South now, an audacious manoeuvre on the outside of one of the Salvers back in 2015. Was it Felipe Nasser? Potentially. Out of the final third, or was it Marcus Ericsson? Ericsson. Legends goes 6 faster. Where's Percy? Percy's in a gaggle of... He's in a gaggle of cars here. There's an RB in front of us of Equals. Equals finally gets out of the way now, but Percy may not have been too happy with that. But look at this, he's towed along chappers here in that Williams car. 6 minutes ago in this qualifying session. This is a long old circuit, this one is. So you've only got time for 2 runs around there. But now Percy has got no one in front of him, and he's going to be towed along that Williams car. I must say, on Wednesday, an almighty... a much amount of speed around this part of the circuit. I was absolutely loving my Mercedes engine purr on Wednesday, and I think these 2 Mercedes power cars are also going to have the same feeling. Into the final couple of corners at Albert now, and Lucas goes 6 fastest. Percy goes 6 fastest. Chapper 7 in front of Legend. But that qualifying lap from both drivers said, I think they were too close, to be honest, personally, as Toy crawling back into the pits. My ALR TikToks are quite popular, says Ashton. You got TikTok, have you? I'll have to find you afterwards and give you an old follow and things like that there. Evening, Ashton, says Serious Russian. Serious Russian also says, go on, Chappers, who's currently 7th at the moment, but there's a Toy coming back in the pits now. So we've got a lull in proceedings now, haven't we, as we get ready for the final go and the final showdown for qualifying. Menace coming on pole position for the 3rd time in his career. Can Kaz get on pole position, which I think will be the 2nd time in his career, if I'm not very much mistaken? I think I am, to be honest. Yes, I am, because Kaz never had a pole position. But sadly, my memory is not as good as it used to be, as Percy crawling back into pits just under 5 minutes ago in this qualifying session there. We got a mini break, haven't we? Not ALR. I mean, Formula 1's got a mini break, haven't we? We got three weeks until Austin, which is interesting, isn't it? And then we got I think we then got two races in 2 races, 2 triple headers, haven't we? That's what I meant to say. 2 triple headers then to finish up the season. And of course, we've only got 6 races to go. And can Lando Norris do it? I'm going to be honest, I would just like to see a final race showdown. But just think of the irony it would be if it was very much the Hamilton and Verstappen showdown from Abu Dhabi 2021. Wouldn't that be interesting? But to be honest, I love the drama, but also we do not want any of those shenanigans to happen again for the final race there. As Percy crawling back into the pits now. No one is out on an outlap at the moment now. So just on board that. I hope you like your Danger Zone from behind your voice. Yes, I am on TikTok. It's Ashton Army. Posted Preston versus Blackburn vlog. Draw 0-0. But managed to make a good use of it. Oh, that's pretty cool, that is. I quite like stuff like that. Especially, is that Ferrari coming out of the pits there? They're almost an unsafe release there. There's cars coming out of the pits now. I quite like lower league football at the moment. I think I'm probably going to get booed out of the commentary box here, but I do enjoy it more than actually Premiership football at the moment. Probably because I always associate Blackburn with the good old days with Pettersson and Pettersson and Marcus Tugay and all them kind of players, and Paul Robinson when he joined Blackburn as well. Incredible days those were, weren't they? Incredible stuff indeed. Of course, the likes of the legendary Mark Viduka and Jimmy Floyd Hasselback with that incredible Middlesbrough team as well. Fantastic. I'll have a look later on then. I could make some fancy TikToks for you ALR folks, says Luke as well. That'll be very interesting. What's happened? Menace Max can't he go quicker or has he run out of tyres? Because Menace is out of qualifying here, and is this an open goal now? So he's talking about football. My goodness gracious me. With Menace out of qualifying here, with 2.5 minutes to go, is this an open goal for his teammate to get his first pole position of his career? Goodness gracious me. This is drama. There's a Toy Coins, but wow, what's happened? As I just switched off from Cass, I've gone back on, and he has spun as well. And the qualifying hasn't even got going for real for the final showdown. And we've had action with Menace out qualifying and Carl spinning. What's going on here? Will ALR be implemented the no swearing rule like the FIA? Yes, Favre has already got a swear jar at the ready. But unfortunately, if that is going to be the case, Favre has to tone down on his swearing as well. And especially that Smithy Almighty guy, goodness gracious me! And what is going on with Kaz? Because that's twice now that he's gone off the circuit. This is not ideal for preparation. If he gets pole position now, I don't know what I'll do to be honest. I'll eat my hat if I had a hat. I do have my beautiful Red Bull Miami cap, which was gifted to me and Alex back in the spring, which was it by Equals potentially. I apologise. I'll remember in a minute. I'm about to dig that out of my shoe. Whereas I just joined the stream now then. I like women's football, but never know the scores after such serious motion. I'm also out of qualifying, unfortunately, as both Mercedes had a mess of qualifying one. It was raining, then it dried up, but I'm also didn't make the checker flag and was out of qualifying. Well, his new teammate, Indigo, unfortunately, who said that, not unfortunately about him being quick, but unfortunately out of qualifying after making contact with Lucas Percy, Percy getting a 5-place grid penalty. As it stands at the moment, Percy would be outside the top 10 at the moment then as we fly past us now, and Kaz going up into Eau Rouge and over Radion as well, and he is now 4 beats and pedal to the metal up the top of the hill at the Camel Straight coming up to Lake Com. Laser now starting their lap in third position. Laser is that, whoa, it's goodness me, Kaz is throwing it there. Let's go on board the Ferrari driver now. That he's going to find 2/10 of a second there if he wants pole position for the first time in his career with Menace. Toy Coin's gone second, and that's unbeknownst to me, and he's the second driver to go to the 41s here. Toy Coin, they're not getting on pole position today because Menace Max has still got pole position and is currently equaling the most pole position of the season, which is actually the benchmark of Toy Coin. So Toy Coin and Menace Max currently on 3 apiece in terms of qualifying if they finish as they are now. Into the Fania chicane then for Kaz on board now with the Ferrari driver. He's just too much over the limit, so invalidated the time there. Kaz is finished in qualifying, unfortunately. Such a shame, 202nd up then. Laser is in the second intermediate split as well. Going down to Puyong then and accelerating away then. Going up into the Fania chicane as well. This is where Kaz unfortunately wasn't able to keep it in track limits and invalidated their time. So the moment Menace Max on pole position, the target time is a 1:41.8 then, which isn't doable. At 2/10 of a second up. That is in the ballpark. Then at the moment. Laser is on a 41.9 at the moment. Can he get to number 10 for a second there? Has he got enough battery deployment then? As he comes over to the bus stop chicane as well, going through Brong Shabong and up into the bus stop chicane and breaking down from 8th gear. Now look at that, dropping down to 3rd gear. 50 miles an hour and out of the final turn then. Where can Laser come then? Going over the grid Hutchinson, and Laser goes second fastest, but the minutest of time away from pole position, which is set by Menace at the moment. What can Keza do across the line? Keza goes 3rd fastest there, and that is an expensive mistake there from Kaz to only be 5th at the moment. Equals said a 10th of a second up in the second split time for Equals. Stays 6th fastest. What about the champion from season 9? What about the one who's second the world championship at the moment? Percy goes 6th fastest, but that is with a big drip with a grid drop as well. That's not ideal. Chappers is 8th fastest there. Legends across the line. Legend stays 9th fastest at the moment, and that's the end of qualifying. And it is Menace Max on pole position, number 3 for the Ferrari driver. Great stuff indeed there for Menace Max. I wonder what Kaz could have done if he didn't invalidate his time there, but that is a That was a crucial mistake for himself and for the Ferrari team then. And Ferrari got their second pole position of the season then, courtesy of Menace Max. I think Menace Max's other pole position was not when he was not a part of the Ferrari clan there. But Menace Max pole position there, number 3 of his career. Ferrari getting their second pole position of the season. Great stuff indeed. And the question that is on my mind now is, what could have Kaz done there if he completed his lap there with Laser on the front row of the grid? And Laser is not good. It's going to throw caution to the wind there, and it's just going to going into turn 1, isn't he? I'm not worried about the championship protagonist then. Menace Max though, is he a championship protagonist? I'm at the moment. If he gets if things start swinging his direction, maybe with just about 9 rounds to go, potentially Laser is not a championship protagonist. This is his debut here tonight there, but there is a couple of drivers then that probably fancy their first Grand Prix win here tonight. Then with the pace that they have got in their cars, looking very good. Look at that then. The top 3 once again separated by less than a tenth for a second. And as the same story all season there. Menace Max pole position for the third time of his career. Laser in his debut second. Goodness me, emulating the great Jacques Villeneuve in 1996 when he was driving for that Williams Renault. Kez in third position. Can he get a second Grand Prix win of his career? Can Toy Coin get a second Grand Prix win of his career then? Can Kaz get his first Grand Prix win? Percy then has got a 5-place grid penalty. Equals, Chappers, Legends, and Cam completes the top 10. I thought Laser had bottled the chicane. Shows what I know, Serious Mushroom was saying then. It was looking very interesting indeed, wasn't it? Right, I've got to go for a break because I also need a wee as well. BRB. Well, that is very interesting. We got all compound tires represented on the grid here. Menace on soft tires for Sam Swift, for Indigo, for Astra John, and for Coop. Hard tires for Laser, for Kaz, for Troy, Percy. Percy getting a 5-place grid penalty, has dropped him down into 11th position there. Everyone else on the medium tires then. Menace Max pole position for the second. Did I leave my mic on? Oh dear, that's not good, is it? I thought I turned it off, to be honest. Was like, did you hear me breathe? Would you like? Menace Max on pole position for the third time on his career. Laser alongside him on row 1. Third position is Keza. Fourth is Toy Coin with Kaz in 5th position. 6th is Equals with Chappers in 7th. Legends in 8th position. Cam in 9th. And Troy in 10th position. A bit out of place is Troy. 11th position is Percy. 12th is Marquis, 13th is Knowlesy, with 14th is Coop, 15th is Astra John, 16th is Indigo, 17th is Immortal, Delando in 18th, 19th is Sam Swift, and Lights in 20th position. Love the helm, by the way, from Lights. Fantastic stuff indeed then. Of course, by the way, if you want to look trendy for the winter, then ALR's got some really cool jumpers. I've got me salmon pink one, which will be being cracked out from the cupboard in the not too distant future. Especially we'll get a big freeze in October, so of course I get some cool ALR merchandise. Then, of course, some 3D track prints as well. If you want a 3D track print of Spa of this incredible circuit, then link it in the description down below as well. Some superb superb work as well. 3D printing is very much on the up as well, and if you want any of that kind of stuff, then link is in the description, all that kind of stuff. And remember as well, Mind then, ALR is associated with Mind as well, that's also in the description as well. Very important to make sure that everyone is okay. And of course, my friend who took his life a couple of weeks ago, well, next Sunday we're doing a football memorial match there for my friend Dan Bruff, we used to call him Bruffy, and of course, believe I was meant to play, but unfortunately I'm old now and I've got broken knees, but I'll be doing my first ever live action commentary, which I'm actually quite scared about, to be honest, but that's going to be funny as well. So I think we're trying to stream it from the field, which will be fun as well, but unfortunately it's going to be very interesting. Unfortunately for me, I'm going to be very nervous. Right, let's get ready for the start of the Grand Prix then, as the lights are going to come on one at a time. Then there they are. We have 3, we have 4, we have 5. There's a pause. And we are go! Menace on the soft tyres gets a good start there, but look at that Haas of Keza up in a second, trying to go on the inside of Lasers, and it's through already. The hard shot Laser down into third position as they all go away safe and sound. Let's take a look then. Yes, there's 3 abreast, there's 5 abreast. They're going up into Eau Rouge here. And let's take a look at the front there. They fly past me now, and look at them all then, flying through. Incredible stuff at defense. Over the top of the hill then, and look at Menace. He's absolutely scorching away at the moment as they come up to the top of Lake Home for the first time then. And look at them all then, they're all slipstreaming then to try and get a advance then. There's a break board out already. Cows up the inside, the 2 RBs are scabbing across Lake Home here, and Cows is now in the 5th position then. What a start. And then McLaren's been forced out to the gravel then of Cam, and he's going to lose out then on the inside. There's contact. Troy's lost the whole of the end plate there, and then Cam, he's gone straight to the back of Cam here, and Troy has lost all the end plate there. That is going to be major damage for Troy. He's sure going to have to come in the pit, unfortunately. That is bad news there for Troy. A bad qualifying, and now damage earlier on in this Grand Prix is not going to help. It's even, oh god, big smash there for Lights, half spinning, and was that Sam Swift involved as well? Let's say that's, I think Sam Swift's okay, but there's some debris come off of someone. I think it might have been Lights there, as Sam Swift is crawling. As Lights there lost the car at Puyol there. That was the first time that he was attacking Puyol at a racing speed, and because of that, I think that he got a swapper on, didn't he? And I'm wondering if that is the wrong wing level there for Lights in the second kick Sauber. Immortal's now been 16th for this there, and is now challenging his teammate there. Almost a bit of a rear bump there. That one completed. Menace leads it. Remember, Menace has never won a Grand Prix in his career. Keza is second position. He's only won one race, and Laser on his debut in third position. Toy Coins has won a Grand Prix as well. Kaz has never won a Grand Prix. Equals has won one Grand Prix. Legends and Cam has never won a Grand Prix either. Percy then is only about 10 or 9 away now from of course, emulating Emerson, who has the most Grand Prix wins of their career. No one is coming to the pits, and that is with even the limping, wounded Troy, then, who's dropped down the order as Champion is through, then, as going through, and up to 7th position goes Cam. He is through into 8th position there. Really good stuff indeed. Well, that was a quali smash in, has continued. Quali smash has continued into this race. That's we're saying that. And Troy then limping then. Now then, as Marky going to the inside there, Troy is almost harvesting as well then. So it is sadly the Haas is limping, wounded, and hoping for a early safety car here for Troy to maybe get himself back into this race. Sam Swift dropping down to the back of the field. Unfortunately, biggest winners and losers on the opening stage, and Champions down 3 positions, Percy up 2 positions there, as Lights has dropped down into last position there. Lights has got damage as well after that half spin out of Puyol there, and unfortunately got collected there. So unfortunately for Young Lights, they're strung in the back of the field. There he is in the very light green Sauber car there. Troy now is going to be feeling a bit of, and now here comes the 2 Mercedes here, and there goes Indigo here, and Indigo is going to be through on the outside through Blanchimont. Goodness gracious me, Indigo is trying to put that horror show qualifying behind him, and he certainly has, and is now in the 14th position. I think he is in the 14th position there. Look at that, Nosey trying to defend from Indigo, but Indigo also having a horror show rate qualifying as well. Into the pits comes Lights there, and Lights into the pits after after damage then. Let's see that if he's going to, what tires are going to go on. I assume he might have to go on hard tires to the end of the race. Sam Swift and Delando fighting for position as well. Delando dropping down to 19th finish there as Lights into the pits now on thrown on a new nose cone. And Menace is already out of DRS range. That is very, that is crucial indeed. That Coop all over the gearbox now of Troy. Troy is very much in the harvesting mode, isn't he? Now look at that. He's going to, unfortunately, going to be, well, actually, Troy's got he's got DRS. That's why I got it to the top of Lake Con. Was that contact with the rear of the Haas car? Potentially, Troy's already out of DRS range now of Markey, unfortunately. So next time around, he will not have DRS there, which that could be potentially costly for Troy, keeping this 12th position there. But I do feel that Troy is going to have to come into the pits earlier rather than later if he wants to have any chance of this race. Unfortunately, with damage in a straightforward race, it's very difficult to get yourself back into this one, isn't it? So that is what Troy is. That's what's facing Troy at the moment there. On board once again with Troy. Then Coop all over the gearbox. Then Lights has left the session as we go on the outside now. Great manoeuvre there through the Fania chicane there. Troy with damage to his car, of course. So it was a bit more easier. But even so, Coop there positioned his car wonderfully and through his 7 to 12 minutes. Unfortunately, Troy is the mobile chicane at the moment with the Haas who's I don't even know what he could do really, to be honest. He might have to just have to come in the pits, isn't he? Troy is, and now here comes Indigo as well. Both Mercedes are flying up there. Oh, contact between the two cars, and now up into 14th position there goes Indigo. Then Troy is just dropping like a stone now. Sam Swift is into 16th position. That's contact between Astra John and Delando. And Astra John is now right to the back of the field. Currently you have 19 cars there. If Troy comes in, he will have to stop twice, Serious Mushroom saying that. So Serious Mushroom, and that's why Serious Mushroom believes that Troy is staying out. Even with hard tires, Troy, goodness gracious me, I was expecting the hard tires might be able to go all the distance there, but maybe not actually. Here comes Sam Swift over the brow of the hill. Calm, really very much even though they had a hiccup in qualifying. Sam Swift up into 50th position now. Coop is lost out. We've also got more battling here as now Percy is through the 8th position. They've got a lot of overtaking here. Now we've got the two Mercedes who's now got past Coop. And next car that Coop has to defend against is the soft shod Aston Martin, the championship leader. At the inside, there goes and that's contact between the two cars of Aston Martin and Mercedes. Yellow flag then. Aston John is up at the top of the hill at Lake Com, unfortunately. For Astra John, he's got going again now. Lights out the Grand Prix at the moment, then, unless he rejoins. Going into Puyong here as well there, which I always keep thinking is that Spanish footballer he pronounced it like. Oh my word. Menace Max about a second and a tenth away from Keza, who's on the harder tyres. As Coop there getting very leery there, coming out of the Fania chicane. And Equals has lost out, and his Percy is through. And Equals, he made a mistake somewhere, Equals is, because I breathed him by Equals there, going through Blanchimont as well. Percy in 7th position, but Percy is on the harder tyres at the moment. Going opportunity now then. He will only have one set of hards, and mediums won't last there. Oh goodness gracious me then. So and of course Troy is on the hard tyres, isn't he then? So yes indeed, that a good spot there for Mushroom, because I completely forgot about that. So we got a lot, so it's the hard tyres, so getting a bit of a rub on the floor as well there, unfortunately. Just on board once again then as with Legends and Equals, and I've just banged my knee really badly on the table then, which is no good at all. Menace Max has lost out. Look at this, there's Lucas there going to the outside of the circuit. I think that Lucas feels that he cannot defend. Then Lasers drop down into 4th position. Toy going into a great 3rd position there. Look at Cam doing a great job in 7th position there. Legend is well through. Great 17. I'm just keeping on the gaps. Equals is keeping an eye on Chappers in 10th position. Markey in 11th at the moment. Lights is back in the session now. It's a good 17th there for Lights, but he's 18 seconds away from Astra, and and another 14 seconds behind Troy, who's dropped down into 18th position now. Unfortunately, Tears Brush has said that with Troy now on the harder tyres, and he cannot come in the pits and pit early then, so and the medium tyres will not last there. Budget for Troy on board a Coop, who's down in 15th position. Lights is now back in his car and raring to go. And now the soft tyres, have they fallen off already? Of course, Serious Mushroom is our tyre expert. These are Ted Kravitz down in the pit lane, so maybe Serious Mushroom could let us know about the tyre compounds out there. But I'm surprised the soft tyres have gone off already, but these are very long laps around here. But Kez is now in DRS and is dragging along Toy Coin, Laser, and Kaz. Cam at the moment is 2 seconds back, got a second and a half back from the second Ferrari. We have Legends in 7th position, now Percy in 8th, 9th is Airquaz, and 10th is Chappers then. And we've got an almighty scrap then, all the way down into 12th position. Sam Swift in 30th at the moment now. But now then, this is going to get very interesting. Medians will do about 14 laps in 50%. So he must be waiting. And yes, softs are bad. Serious for saying Sam Swift Ninja has done the fastest lap of the race in 13th position. Now this is going to get very interesting. And this is where it's going to get very tasty as they come through. Oh, Rouge and Randy on that as they fly up the hill, over the brow of the hill now. Here comes Toy Coin, and he's going to be through. He is through then before the DRS, just about as soon as the DRS was activated. Laser dropped down to 5th position. Now the debutant's not doing a splendid job for Kick Sauber. Absolutely great stuff indeed there for Laser, and it's great to have him along for the ride then. It's been brilliant to watch his progress so far. Knowlesy has gone past Coop. Coop is also strong on those soft tires as well now. Knowlesy up into 50th position. Love the helicam shot here. Fantastic 17th there. And look at that. That was the battle for. And Coop is back through. Great manoeuvre from Coop. And through he goes on the outside of Knowlesy. Knowlesy's not going to be happy with that, I don't think, there. But a great manoeuvre nonetheless there. As I just on board now with Lucas Percy, as Lights' PlayStation randomly turned off, but that's not good. I wonder if that's a overheating problem there for Lights. That's not ideal at all. Well, Menace is also going to be feeling a bit heated as well now. It's because look, he's got a very interested Toy Coin here, who is now going to be all over his gearbox. They're going into the bus stop chicane. There's DRS on the after the bus stop chicane, and then of course we have another DRS going up in the Camel Straight there, almost into the back of the front. Into the pits comes Menace Max. Lucas Percy has as he got through. I think he has got through on the who was at Legends, and now we got Kaz, who's defending quite heavily from Laser. Then Menace is in the pits now on lap 7. Then what tires is the former racer in the pole center on? He's gone to the hard compound tires, and he's thinking about track position here. He's going to have a beautiful tracks. He's going to have a beautiful clean bill of track now, and but of course the pit lane around here is quite short then, so Menace will be out in 18th finish there, 5 seconds. So he's got between himself and Troy, so that's a beautiful bill of track he's got. And Purse is now in front of the Crocodile in 5th position there. Chappers is now up into 8th position, and there's so much overtaking going on here. Yellow flag. Indigo's off the circuit at the Camel Straight. What's happened to Indigo? That's a lot of damage for the Mercedes car. What has happened at the Camel Straight there? That is not ideal at all, because you really crashing in a straight line. It's not ideal. So, and I think the Indigo must have had some help there. But what has happened to the Mercedes driver? It was not getting qualified, and now in the race as well. Indigo's been caught up in some shenanigans. Hopefully we'll find out before the end of the broadcast. But that is not good at all for Indigo, and that is a lot of damage there for the Ferrari driver. Oh, goodness me. And now Immortal is really pushing. There he is then. Immortal has gone very cloudy overhead tonight. Didn't hear any chatter of rain in the Grand Prix, as Marky has gone wide there and picked up a bit of gravel on his tyres there. We didn't hear about any rain in the race there, but oh my goodness me, Immortal is looking very hungry now, isn't he? He's looking very hungry indeed to get past Marky. Look at this. I love that shot. Fantastic stuff indeed. Then, of course, the speeds going for there. Almost knocked off me toupee into the bus stop chicane there, and accelerates out as well. Toy Coin then leads the race with Kaz and Keza and Kaz second and third position. Laser in fourth position at the moment. They're coming across the line then on lap 8, and my goodness gracious me, action-packed Grand Prix so far, and this is going to get very fruity, I think, there down the Camel Straight. And here they are again then. Keza followed by Kaz, followed by Laser then, and Keza is now good. Look at that, Keza's harvested. That's not the best place to harvest at all for the Haas driver. And here comes Kaz, and Kaz is now up into second position, cuts across Keza, and through they go then. As we've got you got the Aston Martin trying to repel from Cameron. Cam doing a great job out there. Immortal on the outside and easily passes Chappers. I thought he outbraked himself there. Great manoeuvre there for Immortal. Chappers in 11th position. Sam Swift there on soft tyres, doing a good job on those soft tyres. I think he said at the start though. Yeah, Alex said it was going to rain then, but he said at the start though. Said Serious Russia. I thought I missed the comment there, and I did miss the comment there. Yeah, we thought it was going to rain until about 15 minutes into the race, and it was going to dry out. So maybe then it's going to be the opposite that happens around here, where it's actually going to rain towards the end of the race. Then, if that is the case, anyone who's on the soft tires will be praying it rains now. Otherwise, they're going to have to come into the pits very shortly. Then anyone in the hard tires will be quite happy at seeing how Overcast has got some. Sam Swift Ninja's made its way to 12th position, still on the soft tires, along with Coop and Astra also on the soft tires. Menace Banks, who's on pole position there, has already come in the pit set and gone onto the medium tires. Back on board with Laserwood in a great full position there. Standing up in the seat in his Formula 1 car, doing a great job indeed. There is Laser. There's Percy in the background now. He's about 3 seconds away from this front gaggle of cars. As into the pits there comes Immortal, who's on the medium tyres there. As who's that? Is that Legends having a sniff? Sorry, Marky having a sniff on the inside of Equals, but nothing more than that. But he is now going to do a bit of slipstreaming here as we go past the grandstand. I go up into Eau Rouge, but I got to flick off because here comes Laser, and Laser's through. Oh my gosh, he's going to be boxed in now as he come up to Lake Cormier. And look at this, it's a great drag race there. And Laser, they're right into the back of the Ferrari, but they could not overtake there. Legends all over the gearbox as well as time around there. Wasn't much overtake, but Delando's through, passes Nosey, and up into 12th position there. Troy with damage to his wing there, doing a great job out there. Equals has lost out. Indy goes got a 3-second penalty. Sam Swift is now into 9th position there. My word, the mediums are the best race tire here, so a lot have missed a trick. As Serious Mushroom, oh dear. So, a lot of drivers then who was not on the medium tyres at the moment have missed the trick then. So the medium tyres then are performing really well at the moment, haven't they? Cooper's got a 3-second penalty as well then. Penalties around here is quite, penalties that creep up on you, aren't they, to be honest? You wouldn't expect to get many penalties around here because there's not really much areas where you can really gain track time. But my word there, I think I got 12 penalties on Wednesday, didn't I? Which is shambolic to say the least, wasn't it? Albeit 2 of my penalties there was because I was forced off the track. But having said that though, it's technically already cut the track twice then, so that was all fair game there. Look how dull it's got out there. Goodness gracious me. This could get very fruity indeed. Then it's already who's that in the pits? That's Percy. Percy on the hard tires in the pits. That's surprising for Percy. I'm wondering if Percy now wants to get out of that DRS train and is Laser there having an issue there, darting towards the inside wall. So Percy in the pits now. I think that Percy's coming in the pits to get out of that DRS train and trying to get out of the DRS train now and then just throwing on a set of medium tyres and seeing what he can do from in there. Marky's gone soft and medium tyres there for Percy. Carlos takes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. Troy's got past Knowlesy here. Knowlesy down into 12th position there. Troy up into 11th then. Great indeed. Delando just in front of us in the top 10 there. Whereas Percy come out. Percy's out 7 seconds behind Menace Max there. I think that's going to be crucial later on in this race. I think, anyway. Asher John's in the pits as well for the Alpine team then. So Kaz leads at lap 10 out of 22 then. So coming up to half distance then. It's going to rain. Says Serious Mushroom. Oh my goodness gracious me. So if it is going to rain then, so who is in the box seat? So if it's going to rain, I think I'll rather be on the hard tyres at this stage if it is going to rain. Otherwise, some drivers then, if it is going to rain, I'm surprised some drivers are pitting now. Marky has gone soft tyres though. Percy's gone medium. And Sam Swift Ninja is staying out on the soft tyres there. And look at this gaggle of cars. And 1, 2, 3, 4, just like on Wednesday, where we had an incredible battle for the lead, didn't we? And it was very much going to go down to the wire, and it could again here tonight. So as we come into, and look at this, and once again, none of the top 4 are pitted. We got a 5-second gap then, and then it's Legends and Cam in 5th and 6th position. Sam Swift Ninja is in 7th position, but Sam Swift is coming into the pits as the championship leader. As it stands, he will still be the championship leader going into the next race, which I think is in Zandvoort in a week's time. But there's a long way to go in this race still. Chaperson is superb. Delando 3 seconds away from Chaperson. It's Troy and Menace Max 9 9th, 10th, and 11th. And Nosey is also in the facility as well. As now they go getting very close, and so is the top rows as well. But we're going to be on board with Menace and Mosen, forward pole sitter. Never won a Grand Prix before in ALR, but has now been a 3-time pole sitter, has the Menace Max has. Now then, as Equals is there, is Chapman. He's just gone past Equals in the forefront of our screens here, and Delando's got a very quick motor car going up that hill. Then that's a very impressive. Power unit in the back of that to McLaren, which of course is the Mercedes Z. Absolutely. Oh, up the inside goes on the outside goes. Oh my gosh, there's contact between the two cars. Menace having a sniff on the inside here. Oh my goodness gracious me, Menace and Troy are getting very fruity of each other through the corner of No Name and out of turn 8. Goodness gracious me. Nosey is just got the best seats in the house, hasn't he? Nosey has. He's loving that then. And I'm sure he's probably cracking out the old microphone as well as he's just looking in front of us and seeing this incredible 3-car battle. But I think that Nosey's going to put the microphone down and pick up the steering wheel as he's going to get involved in this battle, I'm sure. At half distance in this Belgian Grand Prix. And I am sweating everywhere, and it's not a good idea to have a white top on. And oh, through Blanchimont here on the outside. Yes! What a manoeuvre! He's through and in 10th position there. Cam's in the pits. Right. Let's calm this down now, because this is going to get very interesting now, isn't it? What a race so far. But what about the strategy element? Then there's cars on all sorts of strategy, which is perfect for this, isn't it? I love it. I love it when a race has got so many different strategical elements, and this very much is a thinking man's race, which is a good job, because I certainly haven't got a brain to use for that. Kez is out of DRS race. What's happened to Keza? And he's gotten very fruity at the top there. Toy Coin just gone a bit wide there at the top of the hill at Glaycom. Back with Menace Max and all over the gearbox of Delando. Delando's got no DRS and so Menace is now up in his 7th position there. Troy's doing a magnificent job with no front wing there. It was not looking too fruitful, was it, earlier on this race there? But now he's in 9th position there, but he's going to tumble down the order because unfortunately Troy is not pitted yet at this stage then. Go to Mortal then, says Kian then. Troy's gonna get so much pain when he stops. Serious Rushman saying that. Unfortunately, he is, isn't it, Troy? The cars have not been stacked in his favour, have they, for Troy? Unfortunately, Troy then had a bit of a difficult qualifying, shocked to be out of qualifying too. And now Troy has got wing damage as well, to say the least. For the Super Swede, unfortunately, just on board now. I've got a really itchy nose then, which is because of all the sweat that's coming off from my brow. Laser, goodness me, then this man is an absolute superstar, isn't he? Look at him go on his debut, and it looks like that he has been doing this forever and a day. Absolutely, he's in the pits, and Laser's in the pits and go for an undercut here, and Kez is in the pits while the front two stay out. Then both front two are on different types of tires as well. I'm loving this race there. Absolutely fantastic. Serious Russian, come on, Troy, in capitals as well. I'm not going to shout that though, because I'm starting to lose my lungs. Where's Menace Max coming out then? Menace Max, look at this then. He is in 3rd position. Perseus set the fastest up for the race then, as it looked like it was going to rain, and all of a sudden the sunshine is starting to burst through the clouds again. So as we've already said, here in Spa, it does have its own microclimate. Toy Coin leads the race and cuts across cars going up into Lake Calm, and Toy Coin leads the race then. Toy Coin has got a Grand Prix win. He won the last race of last season in the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Carl said it's never won a race, has he? Cars hasn't there, but goodness me, him and his team are probably the two most likeliest drivers to win a race this season, I would say that. Nosey is challenging Troy then. We've got Percy in 6th position there, who has pitted. Laser, and Kez has gone soft tyres here. Serious Mushroom, what do you think about that? That is going to be, because Serious Mushroom is very much a gentleman who doesn't like the red stripe soft tyres, but Kez has gone soft here. Goodness me, that's interesting. Sam Swift Ninja is, look at that. Sam Swift Ninja, I thought he was on the back foot, and somehow he is now in 9th position there with still 4 drivers yet to stop in this race. And Sam Swift Ninja, as it stands out, he will lose the lead in the championship, but after a poor qualifying, Sam Swift is now in 9th position, and he can see his championship rival. Look at that green Aston Martin just in front of us there. So Sam Swift Ninja has been putting in the laps whilst we have been yapping on about all kinds of nonsense. Sam Swift Swift and the world champion is very much cooking on all gas here. Percy's on the outside of Knowlesy here. He needs to get his job done now, because surely Percy can see that blue Williams in his wing mirrors. Up the inside goes Percy, track position there, passes Knowlesy, and up into his lasers through as well, is he? Knowlesy trying to go back on the inside, contact, Knowlesy almost off the circuit now, and Sam Swift has got 2 for the price of 1 then, because Kez is through as well. Sam Swift is now into 7th position there. Knowlesy's dropped down behind Keza and Sam Swift. Oh my goodness me, and Percy's now going to have to really think about getting on with this now. Wrong soft tires will kill you in this track, Kian said. Wrong choice by Keza, won't make it to the end there. Both Kian as Troy is lost out to Percy. Laser's got a 3-second penalty. We've got a drag race going up into the Camel Straight here, up into the top of Lake Calm, and there's a bit of grass, I think, in front of us. And goodness me, Percy is still for contaminated championship leaders, and that's debris coming off of that Williams car as well. Where are we looking? We're looking there. Oh my goodness me, it's the 2 Haas cars have forced each other off the road, and Sam Swift has got damage. Oh my goodness gracious me, just like Rosberg and Hamilton in the 2014 Belgium Grand Prix. Oh my golly gosh, Sam Swift Ninja, damage to the car. There it is. Oh my goodness me. Troy's been racing with damage throughout the whole of the race, and now it's going to be a lot of understeer here, isn't it? Oh my word. Percy, who is I think that Sam Swift went to the back of Percy. Just taking a look now, the Williams is in front here. Keza got damage. Keza's got damage as well. So a lot of fracas at the top of Lake Calm. Damage for Keza. Whereas Laser's got... They've all of them got damage out there. The only one of the drivers who got damage is actually Lucas Percy. And look at this. Percy! It's going on the inside there. Through Blanchimont there. He's all over the gearbox here. It's going on the inside. Sam Swift is the bar for the championship lead as well here at round 14 of Belgium. Oh my goodness gracious me. Across the line. Who's in the pits? There's one of the Alpines. I think it's Knowlesy who is in the pits now, but there's a lot of drivers in this gaggle of cars. It is limping wounded, and now who's out of the pits? That's Kaz. Kaz is out of the pits right in the heart of this battle. Toy Coins has come on the pits as well, but they've got full front wings, and most of these drivers haven't now. Oh my word. And now here comes Sam Swift, and he's got the deployment. He's through and up in the 7th position now. Here comes Percy. Percy's through again. This is going to be round 2, is it? Not quite. And Kaz is through as well. Kaz has gone to the back. That's huge damage on the Ferrari of Kaz. He's gone right to the back of Percy. He got damage on the rear wing. Oh my word. And Kaz has did he misjudge that? Did Percy brake too early? I think he misjudged that. Oh, as now it's all far and it's all kicking off it. Kaz has been really wrong-footed by the Ferrari there, and Kaz has got major damage now. Oh my goodness gracious me, and this is absolutely horrifying for most of the big hitters in this race, and somehow Kaz has got a 3-second penalty. I didn't even see him go off the circuit, to be honest, but I wasn't really looking. My word, I'm now back here. So at the moment, Sam Swift is actually extending his lead by 3 points. The gap is now 5 between himself and Lucas Percy. Then we've got Toy Coin, who's on soft tires. Menace Max has got a 5.5 second lead then, with a full front wing, whilst his competitors are absolutely kicking lumps out of each other in this one there. There's Toy Coin through, passes Percy, and up into third position. I love the shot, by the way. This is a great onboard shot here from Lucas Percy. Troy's car's balanced now with both wings gone. And what is going on, says Sir Russia? I didn't even see Troy's lost his second bar in his front wing. That was Kaz in the pit. That's heartbreak for Kaz. And Kaz, I think that we could have had a Ferrari 1-2 here tonight, because that Ferrari was looking strong indeed. That Toy Coin all over the gearbox now of Sam Swift Ninja. Kaz's race hopes have gone up in shatters. It's gone up in smoke then, and it shattered like his front wing there. Laser's dropped off the back, then damage to the front wing of Laser. Unfortunately, and a damage to Keza as well as we come up the hill as well. Here comes Toy Coin then, who's going to be DRSing now, and there he goes, and he is through, passes Sam Swift Ninja, and this could also be the lead. Oh, contact there, and Percy up the inside. Sam Swift and Percy, oh my word there. Toy Coin is through, and this is where Sam Swift is going to really get the pain out of that broken front wing. So Percy cannot afford to damage his front wing here. This is major points that Percy can gain now out of Sam Swift Ninja. Sam Swift Ninja in the second stint, as soon as he put on those medium tires, has been absolutely flying out there and has really put himself in the heart of this battle. But unfortunately, damage to the car, and I think he got it from damage from the back of Percy, has really been has potentially been his undoing here. Serious Russia, welcome to ALR Gold, Laser. Oh, it's a Percy almost losing the stop of oversteer there. Moto should be faster after lap 19, and Indigo's got a 3-second penalty. Moto, just like Menace Max on the hard tyres, that Laser is now under, Laser's actually putting the pressure on Keza. There they are in the background, as, goodness me, and all 20 cars are still running out here at the moment. Menace Max, though, is going, Menace is going to be looking over his shoulder. Toy Coin is cooking. Laser is also having a sniff as well. Immortal has got no damage here. What a drive for Immortal here tonight. Could be driver of the day potentially. Could be driver of the day at the moment. Immortal is currently 7th at the moment. As Kian said, then this is going to get very good there for Immortal. Look at that. Sam Swift is out of DRS range now, and I think there. Look at that Cam in the background as well. We've got so many cars that are queuing up now with the damage to the cars, and there's a lot of damage out there now. And because it is so much time you lose then coming into the pit lane, and look at this, that is now through they go. Oh my goodness me, who's that? And up into third position goes Percy. Now Troy's got a 3-second penalty, and what about this battle here then? And Immortal up into 5th position, nope, 6th position there for Immortal. And next target is Laser in 5th. Now then, Laser's also got a 3-second penalty, which is going to drop him down the order. What a shame for Laser. He's had a great race so far. Keza in the facility, as is Legend and as Marquis as well. Goodness me, and Chappers also homing in as well. So the gaps are 3 seconds at the moment, but there they are in the background. There's Legends, there's Marquis, and then you'll see Chappers about 2 seconds back as well. My word. Troy has not been in the pitch yet, by the way, which goodness gracious me. But unfortunately for Troy, I think he's been goal hanging for a safety car, and it just hasn't happened, has it, in this one? So the gap is down to 4.2 seconds. Has Toy Coin got any pace left there to get himself in the lead of this Grand Prix? As it stands, the championship lead will go back to Percy going into Zandvoort in a week's time. Second Mercedes off the circuit up at the top of the corner with no name there. That is Indigo down in 19th position. A horror show of a race there for Indigo, unfortunately. As here comes a Volta then all over the gearbox. There's Toy Coin. There's Percy. There is Sam Swift. He's still in DRS, Sam Swift there said. That could potentially help him in this one. I say potentially it will help him in this one. Oh, got indigestion again. Goodness gracious me. Maybe having a monster before this race was not a good idea at all. And Delando is in 12th position. Good driving from Delando, by the way. Up into 12th position. Both McLarens looking strong here tonight. And potentially both of them could get in the points as well. Now here comes Immortal then on the inside. Laser unfortunately cannot defend there. The next car up the road is actually Cam, who of course with damage to the front wing, they're just being absolutely. They just got no turning up. They got so much issues with the understeer in the mid part of the circuit. They are losing so much time. Legends down into 10th position now. Marquis in 9th position. Good driving for Marquis here tonight. Unfortunately for Keza and Laser, they're just dropping time hand over fist. Sam Swift then is currently in 4th position. Then Percy is in 3rd. Yellow flag as Astra John has had an issue at last source, unfortunately. As is that coming out of the pits? No, I think it's okay then. Into the pits comes Indigo going for possibly a fastest lap here. And Legends now is all over the gearbox and Mark. Let's take stock. We're on lap 18. 3.5 seconds the gap between Toy Coin and Menace. Toy Coin on the soft tyres, Menace on the hard tyre. Menace going for his first Grand Prix win of his career. Toy Coin going for his second Grand Prix win of his career. Then we got Percy and Sam Swift. Both have made contact at the top of the hill then. That is going to be a talking point after this race then, I believe. This is going to get very interesting indeed then. And if one of those two drivers are on the podium, then I want to, it looks like we got to do some journalism, haven't we? But Percy 3rd, Sam Swift 4th. Percy will retake the lead in the driver's standings. Immortal now in 5th position. Immortal is there, and I wouldn't put past Immortal actually getting 4th position away from Sam Swift, which would extend Percy in the drivers' championship. Laser and Keza both limping with wing damage as well, which is going to allow Cam to catch up, and potentially could allow the two Red Bulls to catch up as well. But they have to get a move on because we're on lap 19 out of 22 now. These laps are starting to tick down quite quickly. Cooper's got up the inside and passed Delanda. What's happened? happened there. As Troy there is still out on that on the hard tires there. I think that Troy is just having a bit of a miserable race, unfortunately, which is such a shame now for Troy, isn't it? Can Immortal get on the podium here? It's not looking. I think it's not looking unrealistic now, is it? There is Immortal, and Sam Swift there is doing a great job with that wing damage to keep up with Lucas Percy, because Lucas Percy, there, goodness gracious me, with damage to the front wing then, but is still doing some incredible lap times up there. Driver of the Day vote is out in the comment section now. Goodness me, get your votes in. With 19 laps to go, and there's still a battle for all the marbles in this one. A gap is 3.2 seconds. As Menace Max got it covered, you reckon? And I feel that he may do. Nosey has passed Troy. Nosey has passed Troy then in this one. So Driver of the Day vote is out at the moment. I would suggest probably waiting a couple of minutes, to be fair, because anything could happen in this one. Right, Immortal shutting some mouths, said MHD has said. Not over yet, MHD at the moment. Best strategy for Immortal to finish in its favourite position to pit on lap 20. Troy going for DQ then, as we got yellow flags out there for one of the Ferraris. It is Kaz, who Kaz was on course for a good result today. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Just getting back on circuit now. But Kaz there, who got major damage, didn't he, at the top of the Les Combes. What shame for Kaz. And once again, Kaz has shown some pace there, but unfortunately has come into some shenanigans there, which is such a shame now for Kaz. So why is Immortal not in Driver of the Day? Remember, he started 18th there. So just watching now as Immortal up in the 4th position there. To be honest, I think Immortal probably does deserve a shout for Driver of the Day, because he has been sublime out there tonight. Absolutely great stuff indeed for Immortal. And brilliant stuff indeed there. Driver of the Day vote is out. It's Toy Coin, Sam Swift, Max, and Keza for Driver of the Day. Yellow flag as Kaz is our first retirement in this Grand Prix. Who is that has just jumped up the order? We got Legends and Marky fighting for the 9th and 10th position there for both Red Bulls. Only one Red Bull was scored out of Legends because Marky is in as a substitute here tonight then. Sounds like dropping down there. I think Immortal could actually get on the podium here then as well. Immortal probably can get into 30. What a drive for Immortal. It's like, this is his best drive of the season. He's had a lot of pole positions Immortal has this season, but it's not always been able to get the full race effect in this one. Indigo's got the fast half of the race there, and that will be that will of course go to the Mercedes account as well. But Immortal we getting a lot of the Mercedes points here this afternoon with a brilliant drive from 18th on the grid after the horrific qualifying up into 4th position. Now Immortal is that, as you can see just in front of us is Lucas Percy then, who is harvested. Legends is through, got past Markey in the in Blanchimont, or just before Blanchimont actually then. So I think I wonder if that's a bit of tactical reasoning then. Second to last lap, Menace is now on course to get his first Grand Prix win of his career as we start the second half of the as we have started the second half of the season here tonight. Albeit it was last week, wasn't it? But Menace there for Grand Prix win here tonight. I think that he needs results to very much go his way if he wants to be involved in the championship showdown. But I think the Menace is very much strengthening his third position here. He might have a lonely race to third though, with Troy having a nightmare race today. He's in the pits, Troy is down in 16th position, going for fast lap. Hats off to Troy, because Troy is a winner. He's won so many Grand Prix, one of the most successful drivers in ALR Formula 1 history for Troy, and also in Formula 2 as well. Let's not make no bones about it, with Troy also a Formula 2 champion, as well as a silver and gold world champion, Troy is, and the list is just endless for his accolades. But tonight, it's just not been his night for Troy, and I think it's been a solid season so far for Troy, but again then, is not at the peak of his powers like he used to be a few seasons ago. Equals up in the 13th position. I wonder what happened to Equals, because I'm sure he was at the height of the top 10 for a lot of this racing, but Equals unfortunately fading in the second half of this Grand Prix, as we're just watching Immortal and Sam Swift. Keza, who's now going to get a very who's going to be looking over his shoulder, and Kez unfortunately has lost out to Laser. Laser could finish his debut race in 6th position, which would be fantastic. He might even get a little help from his older rival of Keza, as they've been fighting hand over fist for most of this race. But at the moment then, if the more he holds him up, the more likely that Laser will finish 6th and Cam will finish 7th. But double points finish in 2 races then for the McLaren of Cam. That is looking much better after a horror show of a season. Very similar to the Jordan team back in 1998, where I don't think they scored a point until like the British Grand Prix, and then after that, of course, they got that incredible 1-2. And I think Jordan finished 4th at the end of the constructors. McLaren might need a lot of things go their way to finish 4th for the constructors this season, because they're well away. Here comes Immortal on the final lap, and Immortal's moved up into 3rd position now, and has passed Lucas Percy, who has dropped down into 4th position. Lucas Percy has Cam is through, past Keza as well. And look at the background there. We got some great racing with the 2 Red Bulls. The 2 Red Bulls have been fighting hand over fist, and potentially could cost them points here. Champers on the inside there, but at the moment it's no dice, and Champers said that was his best opportunity, but the Red Bulls are fighting so hard here that potentially Champers could swoop in and steal a point or 2 here in this one. My word. And what can Lucas Percy do? And Lucas Percy at the moment will be, I think it's going to be a yellow flag then. I think the Percy and Sam Swift are going to be joint on points, but Percy will be leading the championship in terms of countback, I believe, as he's had more wins this season than Sam Swift, I believe. I don't know. I was doing that off by heart then. And here comes Menace Max. His first ever Grand Prix win is almost upon Menace Max. He's had 3 pole positions of his career. Menace Max, as you mentioned, was most likely to win a Grand Prix this season, and he has done it. And Menace Max wins his first ever Grand Prix. He wins the Belgian Grand Prix. Fantastic performance there from Menace Max. Punches the air. And yes, indeed then. So Menace Max has broken through that glass ceiling now. And has broken through the glass ceiling now. And that is what the doctor ordered. Absolutely mega stuff indeed then. Equals might be able to salvage some points here. And I think there's all kinds of anarchy going on here. And look at that. Equals has gone into 10th position there, and is stuck in front of Markey. The 2 Red Bulls there didn't help each other with so much fighting going on, and Markey missed out on a point by 15 hundredths of a second there, and Chappers 2/10 of a second away as well. What an end to that race that was. Toy Coin second there. 3rd position was Immortal. Menace there pitted very early on then, wants to get out of that shenanigans, started on soft tyres, went to the hards. A Grand Prix winner at last for Menace Max. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed there. As Lights has retired on the last. I think as Lights finished the race, so that's not going to go down to DNF. Wow, incredible stuff indeed. I think that's absolutely mega stuff from. Mega stuff from Menace Max. Brilliant stuff indeed there. Percy finished 4th position in the end, but has left the session, which is a bit annoying because that means I've got to remember to do that on Tuesday. But yeah, Percy has won one more Grand Prix than Sam Swift there, so he does take the lead. He is now taking the lead in the Drivers' Championship. But it's Menace Max's day. A victory for Menace Max there, and I think that overjoyed with this result there for Menace Max. Absolutely lovely stuff indeed. I keep saying Menace Max. Menace, absolutely great driving indeed there, and yes, hats off to him as well. Great strategy there, and got himself out of that shenanigans there, which was cost Sam Swift, cost Keza, cost Laser, cost Kaz as well, their front wings, which cost them major points in this race, I feel. Goodness gracious me. Laser then, GG lads, had to do the last stint with half an orange front wing, Laser then, but a great debut nonetheless there. Enjoyed the race though. Great to have you as well, Laser. What a drive there from you, my good man. Brilliant stuff indeed there. 2nd points, baby, for Cam as well. Cam has done a great job indeed. 2nd points finish in a row. Fantastic stuff indeed there. There's Menace shaking the hands of the dignitaries, and hopefully we can have a class. Yes, we got the final classification. Great stuff indeed. So in the final classification for the Belgian Grand Prix, Menace taking his first Grand Prix win of his career in absolutely fine style indeed there for Menace. They've good. Pole position strategy nailed it superbly well. Toy Coin in second there with Immortal from 17th to 3rd there. Brilliant drive for Immortal. 4th for Percy, 5th for Sam Swift, Laser in 6th, Cam in 7th, Keza 8th, Legends 9th, and Equals just about scraped a point there and robbed the Red Bull and Markey of that final point. 11th Markey, 12th Chappers, 13th Delando, 14th Coop, 15th Nosey, 16th Astro John, and then we had 17th was Troy, 18th was Indigo, and Lights are somewhere in there as well. Only one retirement, which was cast today, unfortunately, then from that Belgian Grand Prix. And we come to Menace Max, then, who I believe is in the commentary booth now. And Menace, what a drive today. And I must say that was absolutely the perfect performance, not only in qualifying, but the race as well. But it seems like he was on a slightly different strategy going on the soft tyres on the grid then. Was you concerned by that strategy?
I was on lap 6 when my tyres just felt terrible, so I had to switch up the strategy actually. I wanted to go for mediums, but my tyre wear, I don't know if it was my driving or I don't know, but my tyre wear and my pace just fell off a cliff around lap 5, so I knew I had to do something. I wanted a tyre that suits my driving style, so I went for the hards. I knew if it just held up and I could push on it, then I could be consistent and just that was my best opportunity rather than risking the medium and it doing the same thing at the end of the race. So yeah, it was a bit sketchy.
And to be fair, I think that might be the best blessing in disguise because there's almighty shenanigans going on behind you with some of the drivers that are breaking their front wings and stuff going at the top of the hill in Lake Com. But when you came out to down in 15th or 16th, I think it was, how and you was mentioned about Auxiliary with the tyre strategy. When did you think that this race was going to be victorious for you?
um, when I pitted, I knew I was going to be towards the back because I needed a big undercut, especially with my tyres dying. But as soon as I started gaining on Troye and that little gaggle of cars towards the back, Delano, because I think Troy was on hards as well. Like they were old, obviously. They were maybe 10 laps old, but they shouldn't have worn too much. So I had some pretty good pace. And yeah, as soon as I saw when I was back up into third and Keza was quite a way behind me, and he was like third, I think, before I pitted. So I knew I had a decent gap, and I knew it was going to be in front of Toyncoin, but I did not realize how close Toyncoin was going to be on those fresh softs. So I was a little bit scared then as well. He was like 5 seconds. It was definitely doable, but I knew the softs felt pretty average. But yeah, it was a fun race.
It certainly was, and now you've got your first Grand Prix win. I've been nagging on about when you're going to get your first Grand Prix. I think I opened up the stream as well by saying that. But now you've got your first Grand Prix win. Then is this going to be now a bit of a charge then going into Zandvoort and maybe getting some Grand Prix more Grand Prix wins under your belt?
Hopefully, I mean that's always the goal. Every single race that I think any of us do in this league, that's the goal, and the main goal obviously have fun, but winning is what everyone wants to do. And yeah, I think Zandvoort I like, Monza I like, so we'll see what happens.
That's an ominous statement of intent now, goodness me. And of course, at the moment, it's a bit of a stretch potentially to be involved in the championship challenge then. But with this win then, and with Sam Swift and Percy having a couple of issues in this race today, do you think that you've got an outside chance of maybe becoming a factor with about 9 races to go?
If I'm honest, I'm not too sure, but there is always a chance, no matter how slim it is, and I believe that that's true. And we'll just have to see. I don't know if consistently, as I say, it's taken me. I've had a couple of races where I got a little bit unlucky that I could have potentially won, or I just fell short, whether it was to myself or some other outside factors. But yeah, I don't think consistently yet. I've got Sam and Percy and people like that in my back pocket. I think I can keep up with them, but I think all the races are going to be a bit of a mixed bag, as usual.
You mentioned how much you liked Zandvoort and Italy. How much of a different kettle of fish is Zandvoort and in a week's time? Then, of course, this is a more fast-flowing circuit. Zandvoort is a bit more slow in technical. But what's the challenges for next week for yourself?
drive well, drive fast, have fun, and see what happens. Pretty simple motto.
Simple but effective. Well done today, Menace. Your first Grand
No,
Prix
thank
win.
you.
And I think your first of many as well. Brilliant stuff today, man. It's absolutely
No, thank you,
fantastic.
Sean.
And that is going to be it then from tonight here in Gold then. So I think tomorrow night it is going to be the silver guys and gals going at it. And of course there as well that we will be with Immortal. No, not Immortal. Ultimate Beast there, of course, going for the of course, on holiday and going AWOL. Can Mumford come back and reel in Ultimate Beast said, what a horrible end segment there. Goodness me, I need to lie down. Right, good night, everyone. Have fun. See you tomorrow night. Knowles is going to take you for the action from more action from Spa. And can Mumford get a Grand Prix win and whistle down that championship advantage that Beast has got? Goodbye.